Hi, welcome to Where Are All the Good Ones? Practical locations, situations, and vibrations for modern day dating. This is your unisex program, and in this video, we will cover locations. Location is actually a real question. Where are they? Where are they? But now, my cameraman just goes like this. He's here. So I can give you his phone number, but you have to see that you're really a quality person to match him. Okay, so locations. Where are the people? Most single women and men as well, when they are asked about their single life, they say, "Oh, I never met him yet. I don't know where to find him. Where is it?" We really believe that it's location what we are searching. Let me ask you this. Is it a location or it's a connection that we really want? And often, if you think about blind date, if you set up somebody on a blind date and say, "Hey, I have a great guy for you, I have a great woman for you, it's here, this is the stats on the person, go and meet this person at this restaurant at 5:30 on Friday night," there will be so much hesitation about it. So much, "Oh really, why not? I don't know, should I will have to sell you this person even if I know it's a great person." And even if you want to be at the right location, at the right time, with the right person, you may be hesitant of going. Correct? So this is actually just a human idea, a human block that we have when it comes to meeting other people. So to help you with that, we dissected locations at three different elements. One is locations are planned. Under planned location, we consider places that we actually consciously are searching. Very specifically, we are saying, "Okay, I want to meet a professional golfer." Where am I going to meet him? At a golf place. My dog is shaking. I want to meet a banker. Where are you going? To Wall Street. Correct? I want to meet a woman that is under 25. Where are you going to search? At a specific location in some college towns, nearby schools, nearby universities. There is a specific search. So, to cover the planned locations, think about this. Take a piece of paper or many papers, as I have here, and write down right now. Don't just watch the video and think you'll remember. Write it down. We want your action. Write down your interests. Your personal interests, not interest of the person you're searching for. Your interests. What kind of clubs are you interested in? What kind of organizations? What kind of sports and different activities is your interest? Why we need that? Because when something is interesting to you already, you have something to talk about. You know about it 1% more than somebody who came first, right? Even if you are going to Toastmasters, let's say, and you've been at Toastmasters 3 times, you know more than somebody who just came first time. Give yourself a credit. You don't need to be a pro. You don't need to be Tiger Woods. You can just know a difference about putting and a difference about golf ball and a ping pong ball. As far as I'm concerned, that's enough. You are a master in my eyes. Okay? So now, speaking of balls, very interesting topic always. If it's a sport that is played with balls, figure out something interesting about it. How is it made? I learned somewhere, and I have no idea is it true, that a golf ball is so heavy, but it's made of many rubber bands. Plenty of rubber bands, tight, really, really strong inside. I don't know if that's true. Somebody told me that, and I thought, wow, you are a golf pro. Maybe it's a lie. I'd never Googled. I want to keep my fantasy about this guy. So learn if there is a sport activity. Learn something, unusual trivia about why the basketball loop is that height. Why is that size? Why something? Learn why the game is so many minutes and not more. Learn something that you can conversate with, because that opens you up, which we will talk later on our second part, which is situations. Because you have to be at the location and master situation to increase their vibration, right? Okay, so if it's let's say a Toastmaster club or any other social club, find out when was the first club founded, who founded it, why. Find out something, one sentence trivia, but make sure you can talk about this a little bit longer, otherwise you sound like a Google, like a Siri. I found a search for you, here it is. You see? Look to increase that. So this is your armor at the planned locations. Locations can be planned based on, my dear ladies, we want to have a man who is financially stable, who can provide for your family of 5 children that you want to have, right? So many women are actually looking for a wealthier man. And I have specifically, we will cover certain places where you can meet rich people. It's targeted specifically based on our desire. I want to marry a rich man. I want to marry a beautiful woman. I want to marry a funny person. I want to marry somebody who loves animals. When you put your values together or desires from the partnerships, then we put that on our list, and then we dissect every list and see how we go to find that. I will do that for some places specifically for you, so you will know how it looks like, and then you will do it for specific places that you have interest in. If you're interested in horseback riding and horses and wildlife and something like that, you are 100% certain that you will not meet that one in a bar in a busy downtown New York, right? So really, really take your dating life in charge, because the person who believes I have power in my dating life is very sexy. Person who waits and has kind of whatever energy is not very sexy. But we'll talk about energies in the next segments. First locations are planned. Second locations are daily locations. Daily locations include everything you see every day. Park, when I'm walking my dog every day, grocery store, doesn't have to be every day, but the regular locations, once a week, twice a week. My work, gas station, bank, wherever you are going, it's a location where actually you can meet someone, right? Because when people ask, where are all the good ones? Let me ask you, are you a good one? You are, right? So where are you? I'm at home playing video games. I'm doing my nails where all the other women are getting their nails done. Where are you? Wherever you are, that's where good partners are as well. At their homes and their grooming places. So we just have to find opposite and be proactive. Good people as you are in the grocery stores. You are a good person. You are at work. You are at gas station. You are at library. You are at video store. You are at the park. You are hiking. So are they. Therefore, it's crucially important to cover situations as well. Just locations, it's awesome, as I said in a previous video, for hookup. But if you want more, we need to go deeper. And we will, because you know my delicious work. And if you don't know, you're getting to know me now. It's all about real depth, going deeper, and maintaining yourself as a higher quality person. So you can be a great partner for those amazing people that you want to meet, right? Okay, so planned locations, daily locations, and surprised locations. Those are the places where you probably don't know anything about. Something that you are suddenly somewhere. Your friend invites you to friend of a friend's house for a birthday party. Somebody invites you to another part of town. You are traveling. Those locations are very powerful when meeting potential mates because we don't have the regularity armor around us. When you are familiar with my walk with the dog is from here to there every day, you don't really pay attention to things around you in the same way. And you have certain confidence of, oh, I know this place, I own this place. But when you are somewhere new, when you don't know nothing about, the brain is open and malleable in a different way. So you really can become more susceptible of suddenly falling in love, of suddenly meeting someone. I heard several stories. Oh gosh, I heard the story of a woman, she's now married for at least 25 years, to a man she accidentally met on the airplane. They were not even sitting next to each other. They walked by somewhere in the waiting area, they walked by in the airplane, they woke up during the flight, bathroom, food break, and then they suddenly met in a back and spoke. Now they are married. Then another man, he told me he was basically sleeping in the plane, kind of minding his own business, and a woman next to him started touching his knees and went up his thigh and, bleep the rest of the story in the airplane. So these are those locations that are surprised, in which you are not having the walls. You're kind of part of the herd, or you are more vulnerable, more open to surprising elements, right? So now that we covered planned locations, plan them, write them down. Daily locations. Imagine this. Today, when you get out of the house, you will meet the one. What happens? Are you dressed the way you want to be presented in front of the one? Are you having that your beautiful smile that is dialing a connection with others? Are you, as a gentleman, paying attention to the world around you and nicely approaching women, saying hi to them? In your daily life, this day, you will meet somebody when you get out of the house. This is the one. Are you dateable? Are you appearing desirable? Or you are waiting for God to send you the one day on Valentine's 2049. Maybe a little harsh, but oh yes, I forgot to tell you, this program will be harsh at some point. So fasten your seatbelts. I love you very much and I'm on your side. Okay? So for surprise locations, you can never be prepared. Surprise locations. I once fainted in the female bathroom. public restroom. I have this low blood pressure, and I was really, really skinny, and I would just faint very fast. And somebody came to pick me up and pull me out. And before I opened my eyes and all this happened, somebody was telling me that, you are really cute. And I was like, what's going on? There were many people around me, and somebody had crushed on me. Weird, maybe, I don't know. But was I ready and prepared to do something? No. But that vulnerability, sometimes it allows people to connect with you, to help you, and it brings out the best in them. And then it causes them some kind of affection. So be prepared when you faint, when you are in airplanes, when you get out of the house. Be prepared and plan. So we want to plan, and we want to be prepared for our daily and our surprise activities. Right? Now, my dear, let's talk about you. I have to look smart. My mom said I look smart in glasses. When it comes to locations, why did you get this program? Why did you get this program? What do you really want to hear? Do you really want to hear the practical truth, or you want to hear the fantasy? He's in Starbucks. Oh, she's at a yoga class doing downward dog. Sit behind her and watch. What do you really want to hear? Because as we said, if I would set you up on a blind date, you will have some resistance. Because part of us that wants love so much also is used to longing for love. If you have been single for longer times, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years. I met a woman recently who's been single 20 years. Her most joyful and fun years of her life, she spent crying from the heartbreak from her previous boyfriend. And they were together only a few months. It was not even the husband or an engagement. Just one big heartbreak prevented her from sharing love with people for 20 years. So in these kind of cases, we develop what is called longing. And it's a norepinephrine addiction. It's a hormone, norepinephrine, that makes us feel desiring something is more important than actually getting it. We long and we long. And that longing makes you feel warm and comfy. But once you get it, you don't want it. So if you have been single for a longer period of time in your life, look at this deeply. Are you having the longing? And the moment somebody great shows up, you just want to sabotage it. If this is so, I have a good news for you. Continue listening. We're gonna get you out of here, I promise. Now, we often believe if I know that she is at Starbucks at 5:30, then my future me will know what to do. I just need to know where he is, where she is, and then I'll know what to do. Honey, your future you is your today's you. Knowing that, yes, this is the right man for me, this is the right woman for me, changes what? I'm still afraid to approach. I'm still too shy to smile. And now we are two awkward people at the right place, at the right time, doing nothing, creating no connection, sending no sparks. I'm just living in my little world, thinking you are cool, and you living in your little world, thinking I'm awesome, and nothing happens. Your future you. Don't give a burden to your future you. Your future you does not know any more than your current present you. So jump into my arms, your present you, and I give you a big hug and we go to the locations, right? Now, The third element I want to cover here is also, as we said before, where are good ones? Where are you? We go back to planned, daily, and surprised locations. You are every day in a planned location. I plan to go to buy shoes. So you're planning to go to this store. You are every day in a daily locations. School, drop your kids off to school, work, daily location. And you are every day at some kind of surprised location. For a woman especially, I'm going to get a coffee to Starbucks, but oh, look at this store and look at that. Ah, da, da. These are all the surprises we get. Men get that if somebody gives them a task. Hey, can you check this for me? Can you pick that up for me? Men are then suddenly shaken off from their schedule because men's brain works. If you listen to the free videos that I offered on the website, men's brain works very linearly from point A to point B. Female brain is all scattered, so we get more surprising, more exposure to surprising situations. Okay? Now, what does a good mean? People say, where are all the good ones? What does a good mean? What qualities is a good for you? What values? What kind of looks? Income? Job position? Any other status? Where they live? What they do? How they think? Do they love butterflies? What does it mean, a good person? Are you a good person? Are you a good person? Are you somebody that somebody else can say, I found a good one? You probably are. Otherwise, you would not be listening to this and wanting to improve. However, you know that sometimes you are not so good. Sometimes you know that you slip through, you say something mean, you promise and you don't deliver, you get out of integrity, you get out of your goodness, right? I remember one time I used to pride myself as a being of a friendly and welcoming and approachable person. And one day I walked on the street in Waikiki, beautiful, happy, sunny, life is great, and somebody walked nearby and said hi. And after that person left, about 3 to 5 seconds later, I heard that hi. And I realized that I was walking with my worried face or concerned or whatever, I was living in some other world and didn't acknowledge that person. And maybe that person, because I didn't acknowledge them back, felt, oh, look at this, bitch, or whatever. I am a good person. I'm approachable and friendly and fun. And I wasn't. And sometimes we show up in our lower self. So please, this is not to talk about you. This is about them. Please know that sometimes that person that you judge like, oh, she's so this and he's so such, maybe it's their moment in which they were present in some other thing going on in their mind instead of here with you. Give people a benefit of a doubt. Take a risk on people, please. Write it down, big letter. Take a risk on people. Just take a risk. Nobody's perfect. But not perfect person will be your somebody. So allow all this imperfection in your life. So the good one actually is defined not by values and other things that I spoke with before. It's actually defined by our connection. If you feel chemistry with somebody, even if they are, drug addict, you may say, oh, but he's so great. He's such a perfect man for me. I had many clients like that. completely illusioning themselves because of the power of the chemistry. It feels that this is a good one for me. And then if there is chemistry and if there is compatibility, that our lives fit together, that we like similar things, that we have possibilities of, building future. And if there is a good communication, then we believe this is it. So all the values, all the qualities, all the higher things that you put up there, actually you can kind of remove, because you will define your good one by the quality of a connection you two create, which is chemistry, compatibility, and communication. Now, chemistry is God-given. It's the DNA that you recognize each other. If your DNA is a little bit like your parents and a little bit not like your parents, then you recognize each other and you feel attraction for some reason. It cannot be too much, because then it's taboo. It cannot be not enough, because then it's flat. Just a little bit it is, and a little bit it's not. Then we feel that magic. Chemistry is God-given, and I cannot do nothing about it, and you cannot do nothing about it. It's either here or it's not. The second aspect of what defines a good one, a good match, is compatibility. Compatibility is human level. You live in Africa, I live in Australia, we probably not a really compatible match. But we live next door, we both going to this college, we both have something, we are compatible. So chemistry, God-given, compatibility, human-made, and communication is the last element of knowing the one. And communication is fortunately something that I can help you with. If you have a power struggles in your relationship, or you know that first 3 months are great and then something happens and you're just fighting, you get so mean at each other, I can help with this one. First one, God can help you. Second one, you two have to figure it out. Communication is something you can learn. And those 3 elements define a good one. You see? It's not people think, oh, I'm not good one for anyone because I have 5 extra or 50 extra pounds. Doesn't have to be. It's these 3 things. Now, my dear, I'm going to help you go to the next level of that. Okay. So, so now cut over there and now start again. And now we will cover practical locations in which you can meet different quality people. And I particularly formulated that for women because they mostly have asked, where do I meet a rich man? Welcome to this world where the rich men, providers and protectors, make us female animals feel safe. And welcome to the unfair world when a female animal who has a little bit of physical unattractiveness is doesn't have as many chances. People say, examples show, but I will show you the remedies to that. So please watch, stay with me, watch the remedies because it works. You can also use the same situation. Think of this: if you are a man, you want to attract a woman, right? Correct? Yeah, my cameraman is saying yes. Yes. So I know it's not fair that women want a rich man and men want a beautiful woman. And some people may say, I don't belong in either category. Worry not. We are in a good place together. Aristotle said, if you want to be rich, you must do what rich do. You can replace the word rich with other things as well, other attributes, and see what we can do. If you want to be with beautiful women, you must do what beautiful women do. And doesn't always include yoga. Please, we're going to talk about creepy stuff later. Okay, so some of the activities here that I mentioned have a different price value, so they will cost you to do. So you invest money to meet this kind of people. You have to, as a man, invest money to meet different women probably. Some activities are very simple and cheap, such as invest money in a shaving cream, shave, get ready, and go meet. And some are invest in a, winning horse at polo. Okay, so take classes. Classes may cost money. You can take dating classes. That assures that everybody in the class is single and everybody in the class is willing to improve on their life, which gives higher chances of having a communication resolutions if there is any problem later on. And also it's a shameless plug for my classes. So come take class together. What I mean here when it comes to classes, if you want to meet somebody with money, take prestigious art classes. It's not just a regular class at the university, but go to museums and go to art galleries and go to the places when people know artists and they know the higher quality of the art, and sometimes those artists teach classes or they are in the circle. Get to the circle, but only if you're really genuinely interested in art, if you really like it. And take the courses in those galleries and other places that are longer than one class. Maybe you take a 6 weeks course. In a 6 weeks course, you have a chance to actually communicate and meet with these people, have a relationship with them that is, as the time goes on, first is about a class and then about class and high, class high and more, class high, more, and blah, blah, blah. And you will deepen the connection with people. Next classes that I really recommend for women is take the classes on financial, real estate, investing, and different opportunities that are related to money. Because men with money come there and they want to do that too. You will be surprised at how many wealthy people who have millions of dollars actually keep taking classes, although they have a team of their investment advisors and other people. They are interested to preserving their wealth. Come and meet them, not necessarily to get one to marry, but to learn how they think. So the next part, what we're going to talk about, situations, so you can improve your knowledge of that and seeing if you actually can create the situations that this can go through dating and to possible relationship and marriage. You see? For men, please take fitness and the sport classes that women attend that are movie to start with. Yoga is very attractive because you know what yoga means, right? However, women can feel creepy energy really well. And some women have been creeped out by men in yoga classes to the point that any man that shows up that wants to stand behind me is get away. So they put a wall when there is no need. So if you want to take the class, go to the first line and take a class and come 15 minutes early to meet the woman, because it breaks the ice. And you can say, hey, this is my first class. I'm a little weird. People tell me it can help my back pain. So that you sound like you're coming with a real self-improvement mission, not like, hey, I'm creepy, I want to look at your butt. Okay? So come early, get to know everybody, say hi to every woman, not just the 10, the one you like the most. Come to little women who are not your favorite type. Come to everyone, talk to people. Then you become just a part of the group. Because women, we love to have our little communities, our besties. So then you show up late or at time, stand behind me, and you creeping out my yoga class. So if you want to take those, come early, come with a medical reason. It may just be, I want to feel more flexible. I heard yoga will help me lift my weights better. Come with a purpose, not like a creep. I think I said that enough. So you got it. Okay, so next classes that are really good fitness classes are that women take but are more flowy. Step class, Zumba class. I know you may think, oh, I'm not gay, I don't want to dance. Go flow. Why? To watch women, how they have joy, how they have shyness about their move, how they can be awkward, to feel the energy of different kind of women. The bigger the class, the less awkwardness could be there, and you could be maybe the most awkward person. So it's good for your training to calm down the awkwardness. Again, come early. If you're a man with a mission, I'm going to say hi to 5 people. I'm going to say hi to 10 people, 10 women, and ask 1 or 3 for a number. So we get a comfort about your energy there. So those locations become your go-to locations. You see? So we want to increase this locationality of our dating opportunities. So you're going to do that, right? If you are over 50, that is the biggest complaint I have heard from both men and women. Men say, I want to be with a fit woman. Women my age are overweight. Women say, I want to be with a fit man. Men my age are couch potatoes. If you know that this is the problem of the opposite sex, what's the remedy? Think about it. What's the remedy? You become the remedy. Because you know, okay, I'm attracted to fit women. They don't really have many fit partners, so I'm going to get fit. One step at a time. Because you only need to be better than, only 10% better than most your other man or other woman. Only 10%. Because most people don't even try. They wait. God will send me somebody. So be 10% better than most people. That will get you a lot of progress, a lot of success. Okay? If you are, I had an email from somebody, 35-year-old man, and he said, most women my age are really overweight. I'm not attracted. They don't take care of themselves at all. We're going to talk about that next time. And then, where do I find them? Do you go to gym? No. Where are fit women? Do you run in the park? No, I have a gym at home. You see? Location, location, location. So we take classes, we go to auctions. If you're looking for wealthier men, we go to auctions. Just watch, being with the energy, what's going on. You can have the antique auctions, state auctions, or different. Most of these auctions have first cocktail party, so you get to dress up and just be there and say hi and be awkward and feel uncomfortable and notice how that calms down, how it gets better and easier and smoother while you're learning something about things that you don't know anything about, maybe opening up. Next important thing in meeting people, any people, very good location is volunteering. Volunteer for the arts that appeals to you. Art is always considered higher class, money, whatever, if you want a wealthy man. Volunteer, so you don't take the class, but you volunteer for the arts, maybe in a theater. You come to volunteer and you think you will just be sending out flyers, and maybe you will. But you know how many people you see when you send out flyers? Hundreds, many opportunities. So open yourself up to that. Volunteer for medical charity. This will really open your heart, really make you feel in your heart really good. Plus, other people who volunteer for medical charity, people who support hospitals and stuff are multimillionaires and people with kind of maybe similar values of helping others in some ways. Open up to that. Volunteer for political party. Political parties are socializing in political circles is really important. It's every volunteer is taken care of in a way that there is something about political volunteering. My girlfriend was married to a politician, and she used to volunteer everything, flyers on the streets and the little signs on the roads, all kinds of stuff. And she said it got her so many more men looking at her, so she left her politician husband. Because it's not about let's divorce. It's about how many options you get when you put yourself out there. But if you volunteer for a political party, first, of course, you are outside on the street probably, or wherever you do the needful, and then you go less and less, closer and closer circle. If you are persistent in any of these, volunteering and meeting people at different places and classes, persistence pays because you are noticed as a different person, as a valuable person. So go and persist with this. Also volunteer for children. Any children organization, is it medically oriented or is it about a children camp when you're teaching children that love is their superpower or something like that? Go volunteer. When they are children, there is always laughter and you look better with a smile on. If you are a woman, for sure. And if you are a man, there is nothing sexier than a man with a child, especially if it's not your own child. You being kind to a child. Women love that, for sure. True story. Also, volunteer in different countries. Why? Because different countries cause us to have the surprise locations. We don't know about it much. We have to learn. We have to get flexible. It's very mind-opening. We look different. We have different accent. So it has a ability to invite that spark that we are maybe close to in our own country. You cannot be the guru in your own backyard. You have to go to some other country to be important and a guru. So go somewhere and volunteer. And then when you come back, you will have stories to talk about. So it makes you a more valuable person. Next location is developing a social hobby. So look at the hobbies that you like. It can be gardening. It can be something with animals, horses, dogs, cats, birds. It can be something unusual or weird. I don't know, unusual fencing. There are not many fencing sports, but it's so weird and so fascinating. Maybe playing something. When I go roller skating, people don't roller skate anymore as much, so people notice me. Then you can go to roller skating clubs in different places and you start floating through. Social hobby. Why social hobby? Because it's interesting to you and because you meet people who are single or have single brothers, single sisters, single somebody. Everybody knows at least one good quality single person, correct? And if you show up in their world, they like you, they see you as a great person, they will want to help you connect with their person who they love as well. We just have to be open for it. So go, express yourself. Next thing is go to church or religious places and spiritual places of worship and inspiration. Your beliefs and neighbors' beliefs and other things can actually get you really close together without knowing. You can create some kind of connection before you even realize, wow, we also have chemistry. So open up to that. Next element, be introduced. Be introduced. This is really important. Learn how to connect one person to another. So not that you're passive. First, you're learning to connect them, and then also casually mention that you are exploring your dating life, your dating scene in this town. Casually mention, and they will say, "Oh, I know somebody." And then you can say, "Oh, does she also play tennis like you?" So they have a tennis as your connection, not penis or I have to protect her from him. Because that's what many people are afraid when they introduce their girlfriends, or not girlfriends as a romantic, but friends, female friends. They are afraid, will this guy be good? So you immediately dissect the conversation from me and my dating life, I'm single, to her and the person who is introducing you. So, oh, this is great, somebody, does she also, back to your person, like butterflies? Does she also read books about mystery novels? Does she also play piano like you? So then that person who has somebody to introduce you will say, hey, I have somebody for you. He also plays a guitar. He also blah, blah, blah. So we take out the awkwardness of being introduced as a, you guys will have sex. Because many people have that in mind, because introduction to dating means there will be something. We're going to take something out of the picture until it develops by itself. We are now meeting people. We are socializing. We are connecting. Okay? Get introduced and learn to introduce others. And the last elements are through your loved ones, such as pets and children. Go to dog shows, animal shows. You can meet wealthy people if you're going to such. There's some Tibetan Mastiff dogs that cost more than $1 million. One dog can die in 10 years. That's a really great investment, but people do it. So introduce yourself to things like that. And of course, through your children. It's always fun. There is nothing more, as I always say, man, single dad, or a man with somebody else's child, a man who takes over to coach football or something, all the kids from the street once a week. It's just fantastic. So they all kids have moms. Get yourself to where these people are. So we will also summarize these locations a little bit more at the end. But before we finish, please think about how does this relate to you in your life, in your situation. And then what we will do, we will actually blend this with situations. You can be now at the right place. If you want to meet a movie star or something, you have to sit in a fancy bar in the back of the room in a VIP section with other people who order $10,000 bottles of wine and be there. Maybe you could just, look pretty and sneak in for free. God knows, I never did that. People say it works. I don't know. I don't drink. I don't do that. But it works for other people. Explore what works for you. Something will work. Be active, be proactive, 10% more active than other opponents, and it will work. Now that we have location, we will blend it into situation. And situations is a little bit harsh. This video, next one, may sound harsh, may sound uncaring or unloving. I will try to soften it up as much as I can. And I care about you so much that I want to tell you the truth. So you will hear the truth in the next video. In the meantime, stay delicious, live delicious, and explore your locations. Bye. So my mom says, what? This is my mom says. Cut this all off. This was terrible. Okay, I don't know where. Okay, Buddha. Oh. This is my Buddha. This is my doggy.